What's up, guys? Back here with another episode of T-Wood Outdoors. Before we start this video off, please go subscribe down below and like this video, and go subscribe to myfinfinder.com. It's my sponsor. They do a great job of vlogging your fish for you. The app is going to be coming out soon, and that is where you could pay a tiny bit of money to see where a lot of guides fish. And let's get started with this video. Today I'm going to be telling you my top 5 pre-spawn baits for bass. And let's start off with the first best one. It is a jerk bait, any type, but right now I've this one out, also this one, and this one. This one dives 2 inches deep. It's more like a floating jerk bait, yellow belly, really sharp travel hooks, has 3 of them. They do a great job. I can't wait to try this out. I just got it yesterday in MTV. And then I have this one. This one dives a foot. That is still a good amount. It's going to be diving right along the weed line. And this one dives 10 foot. Not the best for my ponds because we have a lot of weeds, but it depends how much weeds your ponds have and the depth of it and everything. My next bait has to be a lipless crankbait or a lipless rattle trap. The lipless rattle traps, I like it to be sexy shad color, as small as you can find. That's a good one. I use it a lot, as you can tell, because my line's right there. Great bait for pre-spawn bass. And then my next one is probably this spinner bait right here. Great spinner bait, Colorado blade, and with a twin tail grub as a little trailer, sexy sad color. People think you need a trailer that's the same color as your skirt or anything. That is not true. Anything works that grabs fish's attention. And my next bait is probably a jig. This works the best when the beds are still there, but not much fish is on the bed. But when you do find a bed, you want to pick up this jig right away, toss it on there, and just jig it. And put a craw on that has an air pocket right here, and it'll stand up like that. So it looks like it's eating the baits with the skirt attached. And then my last but not least is a trick worm. This trick worm, I just figured out the other day. It has an air pocket in the tail, so it stands up like that, which is great for bed fishing. And that's it for the baits. And I'm gonna tell you what you should throw this on. And I'll start with the number 1 bait. A jerk bait, medium heavy rod. Doesn't matter what type of reel, but a bait caster usually, if you know how to use one of those. And then for these, usually medium heavy to heavy rods. On reels, I like a fast action to like reel it and stop, reel it again. It's really good in action if you have a high speed reel. And then a jig, it depends what type of jig you're doing. This is a pretty heavy jig, as you can tell. The head's just all lead, tungsten type. That's why it was like $10. And this jig, it doesn't matter what type of reel you have, but a heavy rod, is probably the best for this type of jig. But if you have a finesse jig, doesn't matter, maybe light to medium. And then for this trick worm, usually I toss it with a bullet weight, so probably medium heavy. And for a spinner bait, probably medium light to medium heavy. Really good bait right here. I love this bait for the spring. This is probably my all-around pond bait. And Senkos work really well also. And so let's talk about some Fin Finder. They're making out hats. If they get a ton of subscribers and a ton of people and make a ton of money, they might be making baits, bass and saltwater baits. So please go help that. And my dad is coming out with an app really soon. Maybe in a week or so, maybe a month, we don't know yet, but it should be out really soon. And to pay money, see where it guides fish, then you could go there the next day, probably catch a buttload of fish. Our first app is going to be saltwater, but it will work in freshwater. We're still seeing if we should make a freshwater app and a saltwater app. We don't know yet, but please go check them out. They're going to be doing a great job, I hope. My dad put all this time and work, so please go I'm giving him a shout out right now. Please go check out his channel. It'll be linked in the description below. Please go do that, and I'll catch you next time on T Woody Outdoors.